Hi, I'm Josh Renkens from the Renkens Center in Nashville, Tennessee, and I'm providing this video to you today for my friend Jeff Salzenstein, who's a good friend of mine, and we've done some collaboration on a couple things. Today what I wanted to do is I want to give you a video of 5 things you can do before you get on the court. That'll take you about 5 minutes to perform, and you don't need any equipment, perhaps a towel. That would probably be the biggest thing you need. So number 1 I'm going to show you is a hip flexor mobilization. You can take a towel and you can put it down on the floor, and I'll show you an anterior view as well as a lateral view. You're just going to get into what we call a half kneeling position, and you're going to raise the arm of the side that you're stretching as high as you can, and you're going to engage the glute or the hip on the side of the downside knee. And I'm just going to shift my body weight forward, hold it for a count of 3 to 5 seconds, and then come back out, and then repeat. Hold. I'll show you from the side. Again, I'm going to engage this hip on the side of the downside knee, raise my arm high, shift my weight forward, hold it for a 3 to 5 count, and come back out. You can do anywhere from 5 to 10 repetitions. The second one we call a 90-90 or an S-sit. I'm going to get down on the ground, and I'm going to put my front thigh straight ahead, the back thigh out to the side laterally. I'm going to keep my back nice and straight. I'm just going to bring my hands forward and lean into it to open up the hips. I'll hold this position for about 30 seconds, and then I would switch sides. I'm going to show you the side view of this as well, just so you can see my back. There's a big difference between me doing this and me keeping my back nice and neutral. What you want to do is keep your back neutral for the integrity of your back, plus you're going to get a better release and opening of the hip. The third one we're going to show you today is a thoracic mobility drill. So I'm going to get into a position, again, sort of that half kneeling position, and then I'm going to put my arm down on the ground, and I'm going to open up toward the side of the upside knee. Come back up, scoop through, back up, and down. Nice and fluid movement. You don't need to hold anything too long. Just trying to create some extension and rotation through that important thoracic spine. Here's an anterior view. So what you can do is perform, again, 8 to 10 repetitions, and then switch and do it on the opposite side. The fourth one we've got is called the Posterior Chain Fascial Release. What this is targeting is the posterior chain all the way from the ball of the foot, plantar fascia, up the calf, up the hamstring, and even into the thoracolumbar fascia. So I'm just going to elevate the side that I'm trying to target, and I'm going to keep the knee straight. The foot of the stabilization leg is going to be straight ahead. I'm going to bring my toes and my foot up toward my chest so as to put all this tissue on tension. I'm going to keep my back straight, extend my elbows and my wrists. Right now I can feel a lot of tension on the back side of my leg. If I need more tension, what I'm going to do is just hinge at the hip forward. You're going to hold that tension for about 20 seconds and then release it. What you want to do on this one is get to the point of tension and not cross it. So when I'm in this position, if you find yourself shaking, or if you find yourself with your knee wanting to bend into flexion, or if you find yourself holding your breath, regress a little bit, take a little bit of that tension off. So again, just go to the point of tension and hold it. And you can perform 2 to 3 reps of 20 seconds, both for the right and left side. The last one we call a half kneeling position, and this is mostly a position of instability, but it's to create stability. So I'm going to get down into what we call the half kneel, like you've seen before. I've got my thighs parallel to one another, and what I'm going to do here is I'm going to engage my abdominals. I'm going to keep everything braced and engaged. Bring my hands up, put them lightly behind my head with my elbows out far and wide, so as to create some thoracic extension. And I'm going to hold this position for 3 breaths. So I'm going to breathe in and out, 3 breaths. In and out. And one more time. And out. Now I'm going to turn to the side so you can see it again. Again, this is something you perform for both the right and left side. Turn to the side so you can see what the hands behind the head and the elbows wide does. It creates that extension. And again, I've got 90-degree angles at both knees. Perform this for both the left and right side. And if you find one side that is less stable, or if you find one side where you feel some tightness or restriction, do one more rep on that side. We found that that creates the stability just from a reflexive standpoint that you might be needing on the court. Again, these are 5 things that you can do, no equipment needed, before you get on the court and play. They're going to be very helpful and help you maximize your performance. Thanks for the opportunity, and we'll be back with more soon.